One click. That's all it takes. You tap YouTube, the loading circle spins, and nothing happens. You try Google? Nothing. WhatsApp? Still nothing. For a moment, it feels like the internet has simply disappeared. But here's the strange part. If the internet can stop working, who actually owns it? Most people have an answer ready. Google, the government, maybe Elon Musk, or maybe satellites floating above Earth. It sounds reasonable, but every one of those answers is missing something. Because the truth isn't just different, it's far more fascinating. Imagine you're sending a single Google search, not millions, just one. The moment you press search, your request leaves your phone and reaches your Wi-Fi router. From there, it travels to your internet service provider. But it doesn't stop there. It joins a much larger highway built from incredibly thin strands of glass, carrying pulses of light at astonishing speeds. These aren't hidden in space. They're buried underground and stretched across the bottom of the oceans. Right now, your search could be racing beneath mountains, cities, and even thousands of kilometers under the sea before reaching a giant data center. Then, less than a second later, the answer comes back. That entire journey happened before you even finished blinking. So who owns those roads? Here's where the mystery gets interesting. Your local internet provider owns part of the journey. Another company owns the next section. A different company owns the submarine cable crossing the ocean. Someone else owns the data center storing the information. And yet, your search moves through all of them as if they were one giant system. How? Because the internet isn't one network, it's millions of independent networks that agree to work together. Think about roads. Your neighborhood street isn't owned by the same people who own the highway. And the highway isn't owned by the airport. Yet somehow, you can drive across an entire country without thinking about who owns each piece. The internet works almost exactly the same way. Now here's something most people never realize. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta don't just use the internet anymore. They're helping build it. Over the past decade, they've spent billions of dollars laying undersea fiber optic cables. And what about satellites? Surely they carry most of the internet. Actually, no. More than 95% of international internet traffic travels through fiber optic cables on the ocean floor. So after following this entire journey, we're back to our original question. Who actually owns the internet? The answer is no one and everyone. Your internet service provider owns the connection to your home. Telecom companies own backbone networks. Technology companies own many data centers and submarine cables. Organizations around the world develop the technical rules that let every network communicate. Governments regulate parts of the system within their own borders. Each owns a piece. None owns the whole. The internet has no CEO, no headquarters, no master control room with a master power switch. Instead, it exists because millions of people, companies, engineers, and organizations continue following the same shared rules every second of every day. So the next time you send a message, watch a video, or search for an answer online, remember this. Your request isn't traveling through one company's internet. It's passing through one of humanity's greatest acts of cooperation. A network built from millions of pieces that somehow feels like one. And that's the real owner of the internet.